check. Yo, welcome to the first ever Pass the Pad event run by Rare Blood. It's our first one of many. I know them guys are upstairs playing on the cabs, but if you hear me, make some fucking noise, please. That's what the fuck is up. All right, cool. So, we got things quite differently. If you've been to Audio Arcade, it's not the same vibe. It's slightly different, a lot more competitive. We're gonna start you off by KMY himself giving us an Ableton workshop, so stay tuned to understand how to make beats. Check. All right, cool. Kind of sound went down for like 5 seconds. We're back, don't worry. But yeah, stay tuned for this. We're gonna be here for an hour with Keemy giving us advice, amazing tips. Bro, I'm just gonna let you take it away, so if you wanna take the mic.
Hey. Oh my God, now I'm starting. Now I'm nervous. God damn it. It's good to see so many lovely people in there. So, where should I start? Well, my name is KMY. I'm a producer based in London. But my real name is Lakeem Jackson. That's my real name, you know. I'm just flesh and blood. I'm just a real ass human being out here, you know. But the whole point of this talk was for me to kind of showcase why I started making music, how I started making music, and how blessed it feels for me to have like a piece of software that really kind of works the way I feel like my brain does. So again, the type of music I make, I'm a hip hop person through and through, but I start to kind of move into stuff like garage and like even like jungle, footwork, drill, grime, anything that makes me vibrate, you know? But at the same time, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I always go back to my roots, which is within hip hop, and especially the roots within hip hop comes from sampling. So this is gonna be an Ableton talk to kind of go through a few things that I like about Ableton, how it works, and just go through sampling and why I love this software so fucking goddamn much, you know? So, bear with me, a little nervous, but we'll go through this, all right? So, wow, this thing didn't come up. So who am I? Yes, my name is Lakeem Jackson, if you guys didn't know. I've been producing pretty much since 2017. Kind of the way I started was kind of off the back of downloading Logic, which is a good piece of software. No shade if you guys use Logic. And kind of just going through a whole process of watching YouTube videos and just going on SoundCloud, listen to music and learn how to make music that way. The cool thing about when I started was there was a video, I gotta find a video for you guys one day, trust me, which had House Shoes talk about Jay Dilla. And one of the main points he was saying was about how Jay Dilla would go on to like his SP or like his MPC. He would just get some samples, chop a beat, 15 minutes it was done, you know? So I took that personally. And I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try and see if I can do the same thing with no knowledge at all. So for a whole summer, I gave myself a challenge to make 150 beats in under a month with no knowledge in terms of how to make music and just see where that takes me. I managed to make 127 beats that month. The way it worked out was 8 beats a day, 15 minutes each time. And the moment I make it, I would just move on. And any spare time I had, I would go back to those beats and see if I can go back and rehash them and make them. The good thing, or the funny thing, is that most of them were kind of ass, but I made a lot, you know. But yeah, even though you guys know me from produced from 2017, I actually started in a part of a group called the 4-2. I eventually started rapping and kind of making music with those guys first. My stumbling into music was kind of accidental because I went to college for graphic design and all that kind of stuff. But I kind of just ended up getting into rapping with these guys, making music that way. And I guess my experiences with them really changed my life. So, and again, if you didn't know any of the music that I do, I've made music that you can find on Spotify, you can find on SoundCloud. I'm a big Bandcamp person, so if there's any musicians here or watching or anything too, please, for the love of Jeebus, make a Bandcamp. That is where you will find a core fan base who will love your music and will actually pay you outright for it. So, And yeah, last point on this is, again, my creative goal within music, to be honest with you, is to ultimately be myself. I've never started making music with the intent of even having a stage like this to talk about it or to even being able to make money, to be honest with you. When I started making it, I was just doing it for the fun. However, what I do see is a need of like more communities needing to stick together with regards to making music in London. We have a great scene here, and I do find that in the past, a lot of people who are making music were always kind of the kings of their own castle. And I've always hated that. We always need to stick together. We have a lot more to gain by working together as a community than we do by being separate. So even me being able to have this ability to do this and kind of talk about how I make music is kind of a hilarious way of me kind of giving back, you know, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, let's move forward. So, good feels. This is how I started and how I was born and how I was made, because I was made with good feelings, you know? So, these are my beautiful ass parents when they were young. You got my dad on the left, and that's my ma on the right. I gotta show a lot of love to them because I come from a household of a lot of hip hop, a lot of old funk, but really eclectic music. Like my family was into like stuff like Prodigy as well. My mom used to go to like a lot of drum and bass raves and jungle raves. I don't know what they were doing at those raves. I never asked, but they were there, you know. Again, my dad, I grew me up on like a lot of Nas, a lot of Tribe Called Quest, like old Busta Rhymes. I used to be going home and seeing like MTV Rap Song and all that kind of stuff, so maybe I'm showing my age, but that's the kind of stuff that we would have in our household, you know? So shout out to Ma and shout out to Pa, you know? Because again, don't get twisted, some days the house, there will be Prodigy playing, man, and we was dancing in that. Now, the arc of me, the 4-2 arc. So, 4-2 consists of 5 members. There's me, Chris, Busy Fingers, rest in peace. Without him, I would not be making music in the first place. So I felt it was important that I mentioned this. My homie Milo White, when known as T-Wise, our son, and Modesties. There was the 5 of us. Chris with DJ. But aside from even like the DJ and all that kind of stuff and the rapping, we were actually a dancing group. So a lot of the music, I guess, taste comes from just like learning how to feel music, you know? And popping kind of taught me to kind of, you know, getting those kicks and getting those snares, you know, move around a little bit. So again, shout out to the 4-2. That is really my family, and honest to God, without them, I would not be on the stage right about now. So I'm gonna just make sure I connect to my personal hotspot, you know? So when we were there, we did loads of shows. We just performed for Jean Grey. If you guys know about Jean Grey. Anybody know about Jean Grey here? Yeah? Okay, cool. I like that. We also did things for Chuck English as well. Open Up for 1995, which is a really big French group when they were around as well. We've done quite a few shows as well in that time. And kind of, what should I say? It kind of spearheaded me into kind of discovering myself, not just musically, but just as a person. So I'm kind of thankful for those experiences, really and truly, because, yeah, like, I don't know who I'd be without these guys being in my life, so. Oh, this may or may not work, because I might not have no internet, but, wait, is it gonna work? Hey, let's get onto this. Yep, it's gonna load. And if not, we will move on. Okay, give me 1 second. Not now. All right. So, Black Love becoming Keemy. So, the most important thing I'll say about the whole Black Love arc, which I'll say about kind of making music and becoming myself, was just more so just this idea of self-discovery. The one thing about this talk I want to kind of push as well is the idea that wherever stage you are at music, don't feel like you have to kind of cater to being or doing anything else to become what you think is successful. You existing means, therefore, you are successful by being yourself, because there can't be another person that can be you, you know? So just no matter what, your strange ideas, your funny ideas, your weird ideas, work with that, because to be honest with you, that's exactly how you'll be discovered for being entirely yourself, you know? So just keep that same energy, you know? That's all I try to do anyways. So, now we get to the technique stuff. The meat and potatoes. I see you, bro. Okay. So, the power of a template. All right. If you guys using any kind of piece of software or anything, or if you're any kind of artist, the most important thing you do is you have your tools available to you. All right. So whether you're a painter, you keep your paintbrushes near. Whether you're an artist, you keep your pens and your pads. If you're a writer, you keep your books close. Whatever you use, you keep your tools close to you. Because the moment when you want to be working and everything and you want to get that productivity going, then by having that available to you, you can just start creating straight from that point, you know? The reason why I say this is important for me being a musician as well is because a lot of people kind of underestimate the ability or how fast an idea can leave, you know? So especially when you hear that idea and want to be making music, there's times where you would hopefully want to just be like, all right, I heard something on the radio. Cool, how can I get that into an audio idea? Maybe I'll just go record that sound, get that sound recorded, drop it into whatever machine you want to work with, start making something from there. You don't want to have any delays because the more you delay that moment, the less likely the idea is fleeting. So the power of a template and having kind of a template ready for you and having your tools close is so it just makes it easy for you to get into that flow state of creation, you know, because that's exactly where you want to be at all times, regardless of the creative thing that you do, you know? So, again, yeah, workflow is everything. If you know what you consistently use to make art, keep it close by so that you do not lose that creative spark or idea setting up. The template I'm going to show you guys in Ableton, I've been using the same template technically since 2017. And all I've always done is like add things and subtract things and change the way I work. I've never really made templates for specific purposes. I've always tailored a one kind of all-purpose template for myself personally, and then I kind of deviate from the plan as I go along. But this is what we're gonna do. So, we're gonna do a 50-minute beat making challenge. I'm gonna time myself and see if I can make something within 15 minutes, because, boy, we'll see how that's going to be cracking. All right, so let's see what we got. So here are the rules. Track can be any genre. It must have at least one sample. Have one sample change, must be arranged to be longer than 1 minute with an obvious song structure, and drums must have more than one pattern variation, all right? We're going to get this cracking. I don't know how this is going to go, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to boot out from my template and just see how this, whatever happens, happens, you know? That's the beauty of making music, okay? So, let's go and get straight to it. Let me just go open this template and we'll get this cracking. Yep. Okay, you guys can hear me? All right. We're starting right now, all right? All right, 3, 2, 1, cool. Hold on a second. See if we can get some sound coming out. Give me 1 second, guys. I think we have a little bit of technical difficulties with Ableton, so.
Yeah, so I've plugged one into this mixer and then check. There we go. Yeah? All right, cool. We're back. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties happen from time to time. This is our first time I passed the pad. I see a couple faces just walk in right now, a couple of the homies, so I know you guys are inside, so make some noise for yourself, please, real quickly, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, we're going to keep it running. Go ahead, Keemy.
Alrighty then. Alright, so I'm going to set this timer now. Also, I'm looking at my battery life. That's crazy. Alright, we're going to do this for 15 minutes. I'm going to time myself. Going to start exactly from fresh. The moment it hits 20, there we go. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Cool. And I'm going to slowly try to see if I can walk through. That's why we do this. Just plug this right in. There we go. Okay, so complete the thing. Alright, this should be fine. Okay, cool. So, this is actually perfect for me. Yes. I'm going to talk my ass right into the mic like this. Okay. So, alright. I've literally lost like 30 seconds. Okay, cool. I'm going to just add a pattern. I'm going to do kick, snare, just add a snare maybe here, just for kicks. Always like to put a kick on the one just because that's fun and that rhymes. I don't know. And then, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add a bit of variation for that. Cool. Add an air, I'm going to add a hi-hat. Just One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's now recorded, and then maybe, who knows, we'll add a little, gonna go add a little hi-hat here to this and see how that goes. Maybe, I don't know, find where there's another hi-hat. Okay, let's drag that right there. Okay. Move that slightly right like that. Take these ones here. Take the fourth ones. Get a little variation. Okay, so a little bit of magic now. What I'm going to do is just find a sample randomly. Got my little drum loop. I don't know what I'm going to sample here. And to be honest, I shouldn't be even showing this on the screen, but screw it. So, I've got my folder, my little stuff here. Let's see what we find. Okay, so, lost 2 minutes. Okay, one thing I like to do is, I don't know, I have a thing where I kind of just go on the vibe. If it gives me a certain feeling when I'm starting making it straight away, I kind of know that's what I'm going to go with. So, I don't know. Like, I kind of like the vibe of this because it kind of gives it a bit of a dark feel. And worst case scenario, I can change things around. So if you look, I got my sampler or simpler. There we go. I'm going to drag that shit right in there. Maybe change the sensitivity down a little bit lower so I got a bit more chops. Okay, so that's kind of done. I like that sample. Cool. I'm going to drag my loops in here. I'm going to record that in. Cool, record. Done, maybe add another variation, and then what I could do is start from somewhere different, increase the sensitivity so it starts smaller chops like that. Okay, it's been 3 minutes. In the meantime, what I do, I've got a little folder that I like where I like when I add a little percussion just randomly. Turn out the beats, bring that down, make sure I highlight the whole ass thing. Walk us in one bar selection. increase that just to a random amount. Okay, did that. Okay, so technically, what I've got now is 2 sections here. Maybe cut that down to that. Crop sample, that's 1. Take this whole section, take that there. That's a whole 8-bar loop right there. Turn that to auto mode. All right, so I got 4 random drum loops, 1 little sample loop here, 2 sample loops here, and now what? That's been 6 minutes. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna copy and paste all these sections here. Gonna go to something I like to go follow actions. Gonna go to any on here. And what that's gonna do essentially is that when I actually press record, it's gonna shuffle between all of these little drum loops that they raise, and then essentially it's gonna arrange itself. So if I do this, change this to like maybe a hook section, you'll get something that's gonna go a little bit something like okay. And technically, you could argue and say that's like 1 complete track. So what was that, 7 minutes? That was 7 minutes. All right. How did I do? How did I do? All right, man. All right. So, yeah, what? Use the rest of the 15 minutes. All right. So I'll tell you what I would do. Another one. All right, fuck it. All right, cool. All right, hold on. The only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly run upstairs though, because I'm realizing man's on like 3% battery in it. So like I'm gonna go get my charger. Hopefully that's gonna be cush. So bear with me. We're gonna have a little intermission just for like a few seconds, because I need to get my charger because I got 3 minutes. Yeah. Well, I'll fucking play some shit. My first beat of it done. All right, so I'll play some shit at the SP. Fuck it.
Yes, I did. Oh, then it's not gonna work.
Yep, it's definitely not gonna work.
Aux though.
I do. So what I can do is I can run this like this.
Oh yeah, and just MacGyver that shit.
Yeah. Mike Guyver.
It's Mike. Imagine in 7 minutes, right? Imagine in 7 minutes of creative time, you make something like this. 7. That's not fair, bro. This guy's OP. He's also on 3% battery, so I understand why he's running right now, because... Do you want me to collect all and save, bro?
Fun fact, I left my charger at home, so...
You want me to collect all and save?
Nah, fuck it, man.
What? He doesn't even. He doesn't even want to save this beat. Yo, by the way, during this downtime, if I can get your attention, please, real quick. If I can get your attention, please. Your attention, please. Yo. So, I know a few other beat makers just stepped into the place, and we've got a beat battle at the end of the night. So I wanted to know how many of you guys are actually going to be putting your names down for that. You know what I'm saying? No? I don't know. And if not the beat battle, then whoever plays Street Fighter 6, put your name down for King of the Hill, please. Please get smoked by me. I don't even play Street Fighter 6. I'm here for the smoke though. If you play Street Fighter 6, I don't play it, but I'll still smoke you because I feel like I can. So put your name down. Keemy's come back with a power bag and a slice of pizza. I'm gonna let the producer go back to it.
Give me 1 moment.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, man, I just need to eat something. Yes, please, man. Very unprofessional. Okay. We now have power. Yay! All right. All right, you know what? We'll make another one. So, I'm not even going to say this one. There we go. Living life dangerously. All right. So, all right. Here's a question. Anybody got any random BPM that you want me to make something at? 159. Okay. Anyone else? 200. I don't know about that, man. That's speed metal right there. Anybody else? 42. Oh my. 160. Okay. All right. We'll make something at 160 for the same kind of process. All right. So what's the time now? The time is okay. Cool. Let's get it cracking. All right. So taking a look. 15 minutes starting. The moment that hits 15 seconds, right there. Cool. There we go, 160 BPM, let's work with that. I do not know how this is gonna go, and obviously I was not prepared for this challenge for a second time, but you know what? This is mad fun, so I can't run front. So I'm gonna do the same thing, but what I'm gonna do, on 160 BPM, that's tending around footwork and stuff, and if you know about footwork, historically, they normally work with like different kind of drum machines. So instead of working with the typical drums I have, I'm gonna go straight and use an 808. Drag that over there, and then what we're gonna have a few Congo sounds. Oh yeah, one thing I gotta do real quick is settings, turn my audio settings on. There we go. So, if we're gonna make footwork, typical patterns is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we'll just do that, 1, 2, maybe that, and see how that sounds or comes across. Okay, not getting any audio in that way. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So give me 1 second, just make sure there's audio going through. God damn. Anyone know audio on the I understand. Understand. Okay. Happy accidents, I kind of like that beginning bit accidentally, so I'm going to take that. All right. Okay. Now, so. All right, it definitely. Okay, you know what? That will work. Just out of shits and giggles, we'll drag this in. Little Kim shakers. Okay, gonna take this out. Play that, make that drum loop. Maybe pick the volume up for that. Add a little bit of a track delay, cause track delay is tight. Okay. Now my favorite part, just blink at a sample and hopefully this is gonna work, all right? So go to this folder, go to, I don't know, my loops and samples. Actually, nah, I ain't really feeling that folder. Let's go to this one where there's a bunch of bloody ass samples. You know what, actually, should I go to that folder? I've got bare think about this. Nah. This is the bit that's the hardest part. I'm like, what folder do I even go to just find random crap? Because what I like to do is I like to just download a bunch of things or record a bunch of things in. Actually, no, we'll go to this one. Okay, cool. So, okay, cool. We still got time. Okay. We're using that, so I don't know if you guys heard what I heard. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna focus on this. Okay. All right. I got an idea. This is hopefully gonna work. Go over there. Hopefully this works. It might not work. All right. This hopefully 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. All right, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and make this a beat like an odd time signature. So we're gonna go take that section there, grab that over there, grab that. Take one loop. This is actually a quick point I want to make. Variation is crazy because listen to this. And also, I change one thing, one kind of direction, and this is how different it changes. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep it just as that. You know what? What I'll do. You know what? I'm gonna take that out. I'm gonna keep this mad simple. see then. I'm gonna leave it at that. What do you guys think? Super random, but you know, what, 15 minutes maybe at that? Well, that's like number 40. Okay, cool. So, I'm gonna leave this section at that, and let's go to that and say, well, how did I do? How did I do? How do you do? How do you do? How do you do? How do you do? How did I do? So, anyone who's in this room, generally, what I wanted to kind of do is ask you guys to do exactly the same thing that I did. Literally, have your template at home for whatever it is that you use, whether that is Ableton or any kind of software, and just try to challenge yourself to make something in 15 minutes, and whatever you guys make, just send it to me. Not because I want to make an EP or anything out of it for jokes, but like, just because I'm actually curious to see how you guys work within that kind of threshold, because doing this challenge when I first started making music, what it did is it pushed me not just to kind of see how I can get a creative idea, it taught me to kind of learn on the fly, and I think sometimes we limit ourselves by making music with an intention, where the real fun of music sometimes can be from experimenting and just seeing what happens. So when you kind of let go of the idea of what you think should sound right, you end up just making your most experimental stuff. So who knows, man? I just want to see what you guys make of that same kind of thing. So, damn, I just realized I'm not even in the slideshow. Okay, so yeah. So, remixes and how I go about them. This is a good one. So, here's a few things I like to think about when it comes to remixes. But first,
Rear gun.
I will turn that down. Well, let me go back.
Rear gun.
I will turn that down a second time. So.
Hey yo. Hey yo, I'm in Salvatore making salad. Been taking 3 flavors. Shoot the nigga now, we speak later. Uncle Whitney got the Mac with me, hid behind the Warhol. Dip the Bergdorf, shut up the whole store. Cherry 57 in the back, learning lessons. Crack getting drying, it be ready in a second. 40 chains on Halo, I'm a god nigga. Fear a god dog, a rocket nigga. I don't even jog, hanging out the wagon sunroof. Pick a nigga off. The meal with the chill bezel. All my phones red, it make me feel special. Banana pill AK, I'm looking real extra. With the top keys and money green Teslas. So Virgil, right brick on my brick, on my brick. Right brick on my brick. So Virgil, white brick on my brick. Hey yo, the Mary's filled with cash, I'm in the fashion district. Shoot your mama house is full of half a picking. All my niggas dealing, all my niggas killing. The niggas try to test me, now the niggas missing. Milk quarters still awesome. Water whip coke, I still force it. Rose out the faucet. Tell Virgil right brick on my bread.
Not too bad, right? Hey. So, remixes, what's the aim? When you guys are making a remix, or anybody does make a remix, sometimes it's a question of asking yourself, well, why? Like, the original exists, why make a remix of it, you know? I think the part starts as kind of asking yourself why you like the original in the first place. Like, and also, making a remix doesn't detract from that. So if you make a remix and no one likes it, tell them to just go away, because the original still exists. Your craft is still valid. But 100%, when you make a remix, it's well asking you why you like the original, and how you can kind of put your own spin on it while keeping the sound or integrity of the original thing intact, unless you completely want to change it into something else. When I made this one, by the way, this is Griselda, Dr. Birds, the kind of point was like, okay, how can I really change the film from like a song that sounds really grimy into almost kind of like an R&B kind of vibe? So kind of spoilers and kind of selling my soul a bit. The sample I ended up using was Hiatus Coyote, so shout out to them. Just because I felt like the kind of chords and stuff that they had was pretty sick. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to bring the project up and show you how I made this real quick. So, yeah, this remix, I just wanted to change the vibe of what was the original song and really turn it into something else. How I end up using this is kind of getting a clean acapella. So one thing I want to show you, I ain't going to be able to do it this way, but there's also a program called Virtual DJ, all right? Now, does any of you guys know what Virtual DJ is? Yes? Yes? Okay, there's a few. So Virtual DJ, I use this simply just for stem separation. And I need you guys, hopefully, to be able to hear this. I'm going to drag, let's see if I can find a random song. See what we got going on. Maybe have I got something going on? Actually, I know where to find something that we can check out. Let's go to see what video I can find. Okay. All right. You know what? This would be a good example. So, all right. I just need you guys to hear how crazy the stem separation in this is. Oh yeah, that's one thing I forgot to do. Give me go to settings. Audio interface. USB sound card. Okay, cool. Sick. All right, so let me exit this. Let me turn this down.
Come on. Come on. Okay.
That was just a kick being removed, like just like that.
Coming at ya.
No kick now. That's crazy, right? Yeah, okay, I'll turn it down a bit. There we go. Hopefully that should work. There we go. No hi-hats? Now, if you really want to go crazier, where did everything go? That's crazy, right? So the reason why this is cool is because also you can do the opposite as well. So this is cool because you can end up recording a few things and actually get set out. Now, in the context of like why this works with this program is because essentially when you're making a remix like this, you can get a separation for that, but you can also get a separation for like the actual sample itself. So this whole section is supposed to have drums and a sample. I completely took them out, had that all set up as well.
Door, shut up the whole store. Cherry 57 in the back, learn lessons. Crack in, drying if you ready in a second. 40 chains on, halo. I'm a god, nigga. Fear a god, dog, a rocket, nigga. I don't even jog, hanging out the wax sunroof. Pick a nigga off. The meal with the chill bezel.
Okay. So when you want to make a remix, I guess it's kind of one of those things where you want to listen to a section of that kind of song and be like, okay, again, why do I like this? Kind of pick a section which makes me kind of speaks to me as well. What I like to do is I like to kind of get a part of an acapella and literally kind of make my drums match with the acapella itself. So hopefully this should work.
Yo, Mary's filled with cash, I'm in the fashion district. Shoot your mouth.
So again,
Cash, I'm in the fashion district.
I always try to make my hits, my drums hits, hit exactly in the same pattern as like maybe the acapella does to kind of accentuate both kind of sections wherever I can. So,
Yo, Mary's filled with cash, I'm in the fashion district.
so there's two kicks there, exactly where he says district.
Yo, Mary's filled with cash, I'm in the fashion district. Shoot.
You hear that? Sick. Okay, cool. So again, it's picking your parts and kind of making a remix and stuff around that. And I'll run out of time, so I'm kind of go bare fast. But again, I'm gonna make this all available as well. So if anybody wants this whole thing, when it's fleshed out as well, I'll give you guys a copy of this kind of spreadsheet too. So again, yeah, virtual DJ, YouTube video downloads is what I used to make a few. I ain't gonna tell you what they are. You're gonna figure them out, cause you know, copyright and all that. Ableton and Adobe Premiere Pro, these are the things I use when it comes to making a remix, all right? And again, the art of variation. Hopefully this works. Yes, oh, go back. So one thing I wanted to point about the art of variation, all right? When you guys are making a track, shout out to Alchemist as well, one of big influence. He has this thing about like, don't over season your tracks. But one thing you can always do, honestly, is make as many layers as you can, and then start working subtractively. So just create. Then once you got a full project mess made of bass ideas that actually work around that sound that you're going for, start picking the things that actually don't work anymore, you know? So this is the video we got here. Hopefully this works.
How do you finish a beat? When do you say, all right, this is it, that's it, the beat is done? I mean, to me, that's the hardest part, is how to let go and pull the trigger. There's nothing worse than an overcooked meal. You know, something with too much flavor. You can actually have too much flavor. Like just every fucking spice dumped into the pot. What is this? You know? And I think, you know, with all the options when you work on music now, it's possible to just free fall down the rabbit hole of endless possibilities.
Yeah, man, don't free fall. So shout out to Alchemist. I completely agree with him. You can just make bare things, but when it comes to making a soul song, don't always feel like you have to power everything up. It's okay to work subtractively as well. Humans love variation. So again, don't underestimate the power of a single sound when you're adding it to. The fact that you can move one sound a bit more closer towards where the kick or snare might be, or completely remove a track, people notice it. So it doesn't mean that you should do that on every kind of count that you have, unless you really want to go for it. But, you know, you can add a little variation, you know. Again, hi-hats are noticeable as the variation as well. Again, subtractive changes are also good. And yeah, create as many variation when you're making music as you like, and then just pick the aspects you want. You don't have, at the same time, just don't over-season your food, all right? So for this, what I thought I would do is show you, we'll take like a loop that I've made, something random, and then I'm gonna make as many drum loops as I can, and we'll just see just how different all these drum loops can sound over the same kind of pattern. So let's see what we got. I'm going to take this version here. We could do that. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. All right, cool. So just on this, all I want to use is a kick, a hi-hat, and a snare, just to show you how much of a difference thing that you will be able to notice, all right? So let me just grab another snare. Okay, you see my point? Like every little section of this is just a derivation or divided or devised from the original one, but it's all different. See my point? All right? Like, literally, subtle changes, whether you add something or take something away or move something a different direction, really makes the whole feel of like how a drum pattern can change. You can do the same thing with loops. Like, that's a whole thing that you got there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if I had more time, I'll go into how to automate it. But then, if you was able to automate that, you can have a whole song with 9 different drum changes, all going through 8-bar loops and stuff, just to give you a bit of change. So that's one idea that I would say. So again, the art of variation, all right? I do not know what this spread was for. What was this spread for? Okay, there we go. So test that theory out. All right, so unfortunately, I know we're running out of time, right? Yeah, we're running out of time. What I'm gonna do, and one thing I was thinking about doing this for sure, is that I'm gonna make a video series based on these subjects and kind of flesh them out a bit more, all right? I'm not entirely sure when they'll get to you, but hopefully I'll get the first one done by, I say, the middle of December. Get these ideas out. But, you know, if there's actually one thing I want to say while I actually have an opportunity on stage is actually, you know, thanks for actually taking a second to listen to me. This is the first time I've done anything like this before. Ow, hit myself in the face with the mic. So, yeah, man, thank you guys for listening to me. Like, you know, hopefully I'll get this opportunity and again, hopefully you guys was able to learn something. So you know what, goddamn it, make some noise for your goddamn selves, man. Thank you so much. Anyway, I'm gonna be busting some ass at Street Fighter. I'm gonna be in the beat battle as well. You guys do not want to smoke with me on any of those two. I say that there's a bit of professionals in here, isn't it? So I will, you know, hold on to myself, you know, real carefully, you know, because then we get smoked. But yeah, man, I'm gonna pass it over to Adam.
Yo. I just want you guys to make some noise for KMY right now, please. Make some serious noise. Because like a magician, a producer never really reveals their secrets, but he's giving this to you, and he rarely does that. Like, stuff that I've learned from this guy, I've learned more in this session than just being here, so it's a bit different, you know what I'm saying? In the meantime, as asked in the beginning, whoever's here for Street Fighter 6 and wants to sign up for King of the Hill, now is the best opportunity to do so. We're going to have a short intermission for a little bit, just while we set everything up. We've got our commentators coming as well. I'll announce everyone in a minute. But yeah, we're going to be running Street Fighter 6 King of the Hill right here, as you see in front of us. We've also got a couple setups on the side, I feel like. If they run. If they don't run, please don't hold me to it. That's more issues than I don't want to deal with. But yeah, stay tuned, and we'll get back to you in a little bit.